You want to get hardcore?
Greetings and salutations. It's your man CD, the fallen angel Christopher Daniels.
Yo, what's up? This is the Phil Am Flash, TJP.
Hello, this is former 5-time WWE Women's Champion Melina.
Hello, it's the Killer Bay. The base there is, the base there was, the base there ever will be, the goddess of girl power, yours truly, Heather Monroe.
You want to get extreme?
Currently at home in Southern California, enjoying Southern California things. And one of the things out in Southern California that you can enjoy.
And from one homegrown LA person to another.
That's right. Your eyes are not deceiving you. I am talking directly to you. You are so welcome.
One of the things out in Southern California that you can enjoy is the Circle of Debate podcast.
This shout out is for the Circle of Debate podcast.
I wanted to let you guys know to watch the Circle of Debate podcast. I mean, they are based out of Los Angeles. These are my people.
I want to take a second to give a shout out to the Circle of Debate podcast because obviously one of the best podcasts around. And you know why? Because they have an eye for talent. They are a fan of moi.
Do both with this podcast. Circle of Debate, baby.
They're out here in Southern California giving you guys quality entertainment to listen to. So give them a listen. Tell them Christopher Daniels sent you. Enjoy the show.
Thank you so much for being a fan. Thank you for watching, and God bless.
Heather Monroe. So what other credentials do you need for that? Anyways, just wanted to say thank you so much for your support. Love you.
And I want to wish you guys the best. And I know you're going to do great, and I'm proud of you. Mwah! Sending you guys all the love in the world. And watch Circle of Debate podcast.
You want to be hardcore, you want to be extreme, tune the fuck in.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is part 2 of the Circle Debate Podcast, episode 37. It's part 2 of it. You already heard part 1. I'm glad you heard from our sponsors. So do not forget, ladies and gentlemen, as well, in the city of Memphis, purchase your tickets ASAP for Championship Wrestling from Memphis as they're coming to you live February the 14th on Valentine's Day. So make sure you purchase your tickets. Take your Valentine's to go see some pro wrestling. I mean, I've done it before, but she kind of hates it, but she still loves me regardless. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, like, happy Valentine's Day, honey. Like, ready to pro wrestling? Why not? Might make her day miserable. And then, you know, make sure at the end of the night, you make sure you have Barry White and candles set up. And there you go. So
mine's dad is like a lifelong CMLL fan. So
there you go. See?
Take the dad.
Yeah, we'll take the whole family. I'm taking the whole family.
Field trip.
Field trip. There you go.
Take the whole. If you're gonna marry her, take the whole family.
And also, do not forget, as well, ladies and gentlemen, that tomorrow night as well on Title Match Network, you can be able to watch our good friend, good brother Jeremy Gomez's promotion. That is Championship, Generation Championship Wrestling from Tampa, Florida. Is going to have the return to the search for the medallion. Make sure you look for that as well. It's coming up tomorrow night on the Title Match Network. Make sure you subscribe to that and watch as well that epic event they're going to be having. So make sure you watch that. And they're going to have more announcements coming, which we'll be announcing as well on our social media platforms. So let's move on, gentlemen. Now let's move on to NXT. NXT. They already announced the men's Dusty Rhodes Classic, which I will announce who the participants are very briefly and quickly. We had Adam Cole, Roderick Strong versus Breezango. We had Tony Nese, Daivari versus Adonis and Troy. Kushida and Ruff versus Gargano and Theory. Ever Rise versus the Grizzly Young Veterans. And then MSK, which we'll discuss about that right now, versus Isaiah Swerve Scott and Tony and Jake Atlas. We had Maverick and Killian Dane versus Stallion and Gray. Imperium versus Lucha House Party. Legado and Fantasmo versus the Bollywood Boys. So those are your announcements for the men's. The women's by far will be in the women's Dusty Classic. Indy Hartwell, Candice LeRae, Shotzi, Blackheart, and Ember Moon. Casey Casiano and Kaden Carter, Tony Storm, and Mercedes Martinez. Those are by far who've been mentioned on the women's side, which we will see next week competing in the first rounds. So let's move on to the Friday 2 NXT. We did see Shotzi versus Candice, and then Candice pick up the win, thanks to the courtesy of Andy Hardwell. We do see the storyline, I guess, is going to be going for quite a while. So, Miss Money Mike, excuse me. Money Mike. So, you tell me, do you think this feud should keep on going longer, or should just end it once and for all?
I feel like it could have ended this past Wednesday. I don't know. It just doesn't grab me, you know. Honestly, I feel like Shotzi should be in line for a title shot. You know, I feel like she's in that direction. She has that momentum. So I don't know. I mean, but if in the
you see, even the dog's upset about it too.
Yeah, they're mad at you about that.
the dog's like, man, Shotzi should have won. That dog's probably a Shotzi Blackheart fan. Yeah, I mean, the team could even provide support. Like, Shotzi needs her dogs, and she needs her tank to use artificial intelligence as defense.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. For the dog shout out.
See, Shotzi.
I know.
Shotzi.
But yes, so long story short, yes, I do think it's gonna continue, but I kind of wish it wouldn't. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Shotzi.
Do you agree as well, Matt? The Steamboat, that means they should end that feud already? They should end it already, right?
No, I think the dog doesn't agree. It's not over.
Nothing is over. Nothing is over.
Shotzi. Shotzi. That's what's going on. Yeah, it's like, you know, I like that she's now got the new tank. You know, maybe they should give that tank like an artificial intelligence or something, like computer, like, because they got tanks in Russia that only need one person to control it now. Like, it's at like, even the upper turret is computer controlled. So, and now pretty soon we're gonna have robotic tanks. And, you know, maybe Shotzi will have a robotic tank, and maybe that'll turn into a wrestler. It's like, I am Shotzi's tank. You know, robot gimmicks, I don't know how long those go for in wrestling. So, who knows? Put her up against somebody else.
I know, right? Well, we have to wait and see on that one. Now, we did have the first rounds of the Dusty Classic tournament after that. We did have the debut. And that is the debut, ladies and gentlemen. Well, first of all, we had Everrise versus the Grizzly Young Veterans. Grizzly Young Veterans advanced to second round. So they're going to be waiting who's going to be facing the winner of Kushida and Ruff versus Gargano and Theory. So we'll be waiting for that. But after that, we did see the, Isaiah Swerve Scott and Jake Atlas versus who's MSK? Me personally, I didn't know who was MSK. And then we had the debut, formerly known as the Rascals. That is right, Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz debuting as MSK, now known as Wesley and Nash Carter. Great match, by the way, between all these four individuals. I wanted to go ahead and praise them. Great debut for MSK, formerly known as the Rascals. I'm happy for them, and I'm glad they didn't have to go through pretty much the process of debuting and finding a character development. I guess they already had the experience. They already had it from the independent circuit, from Impact, to now them being now known as MSK. And Money Mike, I'll go back to you. When you saw the debut of MSK, I know you're not much familiar with the Rascals, but what were your thoughts about them with this debut tag team match against Atlas and Scott?
Impressive. Again, I'm not too familiar with MSK, but WWE knows what they're doing, or NXT knows what they're doing, and they know who they're bringing in. And we see the division, the tag team division in AEW, you know, how great that is. So, you know, let's get some more tag teams in there, especially for the Dusty Classic. I want to see, you know, and it's a great list, and I honestly feel that MSK does belong there, and this match proved it.
Ah, agreed, 100%. Mr. Steamboat, do you agree with that?
So they were the Rascals in Impact, or was
Yes.
that NWA? It was Impact.
Impact, as well as you know, independent circuit and NWA. Yes, correct.
I mean, yeah, we're kind of looking on, you know, because we're now seeing some groups pick, you know, NXT over going to AEW, because there's only so much room, you know, especially if you're a new tag team. So I mean, you know, we'll see if it pays off for them in the long run, and it'll be kind of cool just to see them like rise above, you know. So you know, we got to see them work their magic.
Oh yes, definitely, and I'm looking forward for this you know, Dusty Classic tournament. How, you know, how Money Mike said, I mean, yes, they need more tag team. They need to go ahead and re-elevate that tag team division, because back then you had DIY, you had, you know, FTR when they were there, the Revival, you know, and you had, you know, the Authors of Pain. You had so much that they were incredible for NXT takeovers and regular NXT, you know, daily shows, tapings as well. So I'm looking forward to see who wins the Dusty Classic. Now let me mention right quick the other first round that was Adam Cole and Roderick Strong versus Breezango. Another great match, even though we did have interference between Pete Dunne and Ani Lorcan and I'm actually forgetting his damn freaking name. I can't believe it. But, you know, they got kind of interfered. Finn Balor got in there. We see, well, at least they picked up a win. So now we see them advancing to the second round. So now they're waiting for the winner of Tony Nese Navarre versus Adonis and Troy. So I already mentioned who's in this tournament. So I'll go back to you, Money Mike. Who do you see winning this tournament?
It's a tough one. A lot of talent in this tournament. You know what? I'll leave that. Give me a week or two, because I want to see how some of these brackets shape up. Usually it's easy to kind of tell, but you know, they've stacked this tournament up pretty well, I would say.
I agree. And to be honest with you, I was really impressed with Ever Rising Grizzly Young Veterans. That's what I'm going for, as the Grizzly Young Veterans, because they're great in the mic. They're great promos. They were phenomenal in NXT UK. They did a great job being former NXT UK Tag Team Champions. So I see them taking over this tournament, and I'm hoping they go all the way. But yes, I was impressed of these matches by far, seeing, as you could tell, that they're really trying their best to develop their tag team division as much as possible, which they should, because they've been focused so much on the women's, which I'm not, no pun intended, towards hate on them, which is great. I think every division should be built exactly equally as much as possible, a lot of exposure, depending the 2-hour limit which you have available, what's exposed. So I'm hoping that this, and with the Women's Dusty Classic that we'll see, which we did mention last week on 36, that we're hoping we see main roster women making their debut in that classic tournament as well. So we're looking forward to seeing that. But speaking of women, one storyline, one that is still caught to my eyes, which we have discussed in the archives, don't forget, archives, ladies and gentlemen, that's Shia Lee. You saw that Shia Lee squash match very quickly, Money Mike, and like shit. And then who's this figure? It's still
my uncle. It's my uncle. I told you guys. he's like, oh, Shia, you need to pick up those steam buns from the market for me. Sitting in that.
Shout out to Steam Buns.
Yeah, him and Boa and Shia Lee.
How do you like this, though, so far, Steamboat, since you brought it up? How do you like this, by what you've seen of this?
That guy in the chair is going to be probably a huge badass the second he gets up out of that chair. Is like, unless it, they don't pull something stupid like, I actually can't get out of this chair at all. I can only sit here and look cool.
But what about if he's not a guy? What about if it's a girl?
That'd be cool, too. As long as they could actually get out of the chair. It's like, I'm stuck here. I can't really move. I'm just stuck in this chair. But you go out there. It's like the beginning of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, or the beginning of Metalocalypse, where they always show the sinister guys in the beginning and they don't do crap.
Love that show, by the way, especially their music. Coffee.
Yeah, they're always, they always show them at the beginning and then nothing ever happens.
Awaken. Oh my God.
Man.
Awesome. Love them. See, that's another topic about music. But yes, Mr. Money Mike, your thoughts about that,
Yeah, I'm intrigued to find out who it is. And for all we know, it could be Matt's uncle, right? We'll see. Only time will tell. But at this point, all I can say is I'm intrigued, and let's see where this ends up.
Yeah, I agree. There was some certain backlash though, but I'm not gonna. I kind of want to. I'll bring it up. Might as well. I've already kind of certain backlash about this storyline because one person made an individual comment. I'm not gonna mention that person's name. It's not from our group, by the way. This is only just from social media.
Yeah.
Kind of make a negative backlash about just really kind of like racial profiling, which I know we don't like that type of thing. We're not.
For them.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, you know. Oh, you know what? I should have brought it. You know what? I'll bring it later. Oh, you know what? But yes. In reference for that, what they were saying is like, okay, you're pretty much going based on this culture, going towards that culture. You get my riff. I don't like to say it because I'm not here to offend anyone, our viewers or subscribers at all. I find it offensive as well. But they're kind of like pretty much going to that level, saying, oh, yeah, well, they're going profiling on this. Come on, man. It's a fucking storyline. They're trying to build these two wonderful talents, get them up there to get them in the hype, something different, something unique. And I'm all about culture. Why not? Because we're here. World Wrestling Worldwide. World Wrestling Federation. It's not only a World Wrestling Federation, but, it's entertainment. So the individual that threw that backlash about it, yeah, get the F out. Yeah, you know what? We don't want to hear that type of shit.
Get the F out.
You know what? He should go get me some Oreos.
There you go. It's time to get some Oreos. Yes. Yes. And nothing is over. Nothing is over.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Rambo.
Yes. Now, just to end this record with NXT, we are already seeing Finn Balor and Pete Dunne. Now we're actually going to see this dream match happening. This is actually one of my dream match, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I've been wanting to see Pete Dunne and Finn Balor.
The NXT UK champion, the Bruiserweight.
Oh, my God, man.
The Bruiserweight.
The Bruiserweight and the Prince. Just to see them going at it. Oh, shit. I want to see that shit. So, I mean, Mr. Steamboat, tell me, do you see this on TakeOver?
It's Fergalicious.
Here we go.
Who he puts them Pete Dunne on Rock, and they'll be lining down the block just to watch what they got. It's Fergalicious, Finn Balor's body stays vicious, and he is vicious,
He's not facetious.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not facetious, yeah.
No, but it's very prestigious, though.
And they're prestigious, and they're Pete Dunne and Finn Balor are up in the gym working on their fitness, and I'm their witness, and we'll be their witness.
And while they're writing down their match, writing down their match and working on their thesis to make sure
sure it all works out.
And to make sure they got everything in pieces.
Guys, I will literally die if they play Fergalicious for Finn Balor coming to the ring.
Oh my
for
God.
That match.
If I was in the production, I would do it or I'll get fired for that, though.
But I'll be too dead to fire. Like, you're going to have to carry out my dead body. Finn Balor could probably carry out my dead body. It's like, it's too Fergalicious.
But Money Mike, yes. What are your thoughts about this future matchup? Is it your dream match, first of all, or is this just like, are you not interested in this match between
Interested, yes. Definitely great promo. Not just by Finn Balor, but by Matt with the rhyming and stuff.
Pete Dunne, yeah.
Pete Dunne, I'm not too familiar with. I know he was the inaugural NXT UK champion, right? So I'm interested, and I feel like this is going to be my first proper Pete Dunne match that I'm going to watch. So who better than Finn Balor, right? So cool. I'm all for it. Let's do it. Which is kind of a pleasant surprise, I must say, that this is going on, because I really thought that Karrion Kross was going to come out and that we were going to get that match right away, right now. But I guess not, and I like the wait. Feed someone else to Karrion Kross, you know. So there you go.
I think that they're really waiting for NXT Takeover WrestleMania for Karrion Kross to have his moment and probably take it from there.
Yes,
that's what I see.
Yes.
I think that's what they're doing, and a good timing, to be honest. I mean, there's no rush to it. You said there's really no rush. Why rush into the title picture very quick? Take your time. You're really tick-tock, getting there little by little. Go for it. By all means. If it's by NXT NXT Takeover WrestleMania weekend, go for it by all means, and let him win that belt. Might as well. And I guarantee you that will be a great match between him and Finn Balor. I think that's going to be one to talk about in the books coming this year, 2021. Just like Pete Dunne and Finn Balor. I think that's going to be a first time bruiserweight and a strong style from Japan mixing it up together. I'm looking forward to seeing that. That's going to be a match to see. So let's move on with that. Now that NXT is over, let's go ahead and talk about SmackDown. Not tonight's SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this is the morning shift that you are seeing. So we're talking about last week's SmackDown. We did everybody. I was like, yes. Daniel Bryan, Nakamura. Oh my goodness, I loved it. That was a match. This needs to happen again at WrestleMania. We need to have a Daniel Bryan Nakamura WrestleMania.
Iron Man match.
Best out of 5, or best out of 7. I don't care what it is. Put these two individuals in a match at WrestleMania.
2-hour match.
My God, they will sell the fucking. Jesus! Give me hold on. Just give me the damn goosebumps. But yes, seeing that match between them two, and then we see Nakamura going now face, now back in singles competitor. What's so much Cesaro, man? That's my boy Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli, man. I need him back in the picture, man. He needs to be in the picture as well, either a triple threat or something, or send him to NXT UK. Let him face Walter. I want to see that too. Why the hell not? Something. But yes, then we saw your BFF, Roman, not my BFF, I guess, Roman Reigns, Kyle's BFF, courtesy of Joe from the Ring podcast, by the way. Shout out to them. But yes, here Mr. Spoiler, and he comes and spoils the whole shit. Adam Pearce wins, and now he'll be facing Roman Reigns in the Royal Rumble. Now, people that are not familiar with Adam Pearce, he's a former NWA champion. He has quite a attributes in the ring. So people that are not familiar with him, so he has great matches, and Matt will tell you about that. So Matt, tell them about Adam Pearce for a little bit.
I shared some stuff of him on Twitter. He's very active on there, and he's done a lot of stuff. I'm surprisingly enough, Ivan, I'm not the most familiar with him though. I still got to do my homework on him, but I just know, there's been a post about him. It's I started this business a while back, and I've done a lot of stuff. So
he has done a lot. He definitely has done a lot. And also another native for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood as well, for Mr. Marquez. So he's definitely 100%. And
it's one of the hometown boys.
Especially. So, Mr. Money Mike. Where do you see this going?
I don't know. I usually can say, oh, well, of course they're going to do this and that. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I tell you what I don't want to happen. I wouldn't want Adam Pearce to carry this on to WrestleMania. I feel, honestly, man, you know, the gauntlet match kind of made me excited for Nakamura to go for a run, you know, at the title, and whether he wins it or not, right? And of course, hopefully this time he does, right, at WrestleMania. But, you know, the same thing happened, was it 2 years ago, I believe, with Kofi Kingston? A gauntlet match happened that catapulted Kofi Kingston and Kofi Mania, right? That's kind of what set it off and set it in motion, I think. And I feel that WWE is testing the waters here with Nakamura to see if it'll catch on. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that Nakamura goes ahead and challenges the tribal chief for the title at WrestleMania. But that's at WrestleMania. As far as the Royal Rumble, what I think is going to happen, I don't know. This Adam Pearce guy has ring experience. He knows what he's doing in the ring. He's not Jonathan Coachman pretending to be a wrestler, right? So I'm intrigued. Let's see what he can do.
Well, definitely. I mean, I just wish it could have been Nakamura. Maybe we might see Nakamura Roman, because things could change with the next upcoming 2 weeks that we have left in the month of January.
They need to finally give him a title reign sooner or later.
Yeah, because if Nakamura wins the belt, then he'll become a Grand Slam champion.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only belt's missing. He's been an Intercontinental U.S. tag team. He needs the main championship belt. And he'll be a Grand Slam
world championship reign, and I've been wanting that since WrestleMania. What?
Shit. Well, WrestleMania without AJ, that was what?
33.
33, right? 32 or 33?
Disappointment. Like,
no,
I didn't watch the match. I just heard of it.
Was it 34 or 33?
34.
Let's see.
When I found out he lost, I was like, yeah, I'm not watching it.
What? You should have seen it. It was a good match anyway with him and AJ.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm just saying he did.
34.
34, right? There you go. See, it wasn't New Japan's Wrestle Kingdom AJ style and Nakamura, but it was their own version in American style. But I love it. Other than that, we do have new SmackDown World Tag Team Champions. That is Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler defeating the Street Profits. Yes,
glorious.
I'm sorry that people will hate us for it, but I give it a thumbs up because it's about damn fucking time that we need something new. Even though I hate to see Robert Roode and Ziggler in the tag team division, they should be singles competitors in my opinion. But they have something to do, so I'm with it. As long as they're busy and they got something, they got a title, they got something to run with it, help to develop the tag team, I'm all with it. I'm all for it. Go with it. You know, why not? At least you have
glorious.
Glorious, baby. That's right. Glorious Robert Roode. The glorious one. Yes. Money Mike, your thoughts.
It was glorious. Finally. You know, they're giving these guys an opportunity here, and such talented performers, these two. We all know Dolph Ziggler, and we all know Robert Roode, or Bobby Roode is what I prefer to call him.
Me too.
You know, so yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why it's taken such a long time for them to get any kind of titles. You know, Robert Roode especially. Like, when was the last time he held gold, you know? So I can't remember. So, but you know, the time is here. The time is now. And hopefully that this is going to be a new chapter that lasts for a bit, that they give them a good run with the tag team titles. And to the Street Profits, they had a good run too. You know, it had its ups and downs. But yeah, I mean, they'll be fine. They'll be back.
Yeah. Steamboat.
Glorious. You know.
I mean,
anytime you could find a change in pace when something is getting stale, take it. You know, Because when people get sick of the product, all you got to do is change the channel.
El canal to AEW.
Pretty much. Before
Or NJPW. Or NWA.
So many choices now.
So many choices.
Or IMPACT.
As Impact Wrestling. Or the CW, that's Championship Wrestling. Or CWFH, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Or UWN, United Wrestling Network. Ring of Honor. So
or
much.
You could come to MY space HOUSE, my house, for and bring me FOOD food.
Bring some comida, that's right. For coming soon, ladies and gentlemen, you will have the Matthew Steamboat cooking channel on the Circle Debate Network.
Come to my backyard. You know, I'll give you a knuckle sandwich. No.
You don't want to have a knuckle sandwich. You don't. It'll be wrapped around with spring onions or something. He'll do something with it. But yes, I am with you with that. SmackDown is more intriguing than Raw. I'm going to say it right now. Since we've been saying it for a while, 2 hours of this is better than fucking 3 hours of what we watch, which I'm going to jump to that, unfortunately. Well, before I do jump to that right quick, the Big E and Apollo Crews match, there was a big botch in that, and you saw it yourself. Okay, you saw that 3 count. Technically, Apollo Crews won. If you look at it one more time, no shoulder was up. Nothing was up. Technically, Apollo won the IC belt. But I think Big E messed up, forgot to move out of the way and to make, something happen. So, Money Mike, I don't know if you saw the match, but that match was very confusing to me. I think the way how they presented it looked bad on both sides, on both parties. Whoever produced the match, I don't think should have been better. Yeah, it was a lot of botches on it.
I did not catch it, but mostly because I guess I just wasn't interested in it, which kind of goes to show. Well, I mean, I got nothing as Big E. I've gone on the record of saying that he does belong in the upper card main event, but I don't know. I just am not interested in his Intercontinental run right now, and hearing that matchup, Apollo Crews versus Big E, in my mind, it was just like a given. Oh, well, of course Big E is going to win, but hearing that a lot of botches came from this and all this stuff, I'm gonna have to watch this back because, at this level, you gotta be, they gotta get their act together, right? This is not a local show. This is WWE, SmackDown. So, that's what it is.
Yeah, someone definitely messed up on this one. It was either the referee, the producer, something happened that did not really go right. I mean, technically, it should have been Apollo Crews as the IC champion, in my opinion. But that's something for you guys to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Watch that again and correct me if I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong, comment right below and let me know if I was wrong. But I'm not blind. I mean, I do have contacts on, but I'm not blind. But let me know if I was wrong. But all right, move on with that. Let's move on with this damn piece of shit 3 hours of Raw. The only thing I mean, I can't tear no paper up. Actually, no, I could tear up paper up.
I'll join you because I don't even have paper, but
M&M's. The only thing very intriguing about this Raw is let me say one thing. First of all, we did not mention on the Pro Wrestling News, by the way, Drew McIntyre tested positive for COVID-19. He did and remind you, ladies and gentlemen, it's the first time that WWE announces their talent that has COVID. Why? Because AEW does it. They say it. They have no shame on hiding it. Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Excalibur, you're here to say, oh, yeah, by the way, all right.
If it was for AEW, they wouldn't be saying it at all.
Exactly.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, they'll say, oh, yeah, he can't make it because due to,
medical issues.
Exactly. And they're in a
medical facility, not the hospital. Vince McMahon, it's the medical facility.
It's a medical facility, damn it. But yes, he announced that he has COVID-19, no symptoms, he's accepted the challenge of Bill Goldberg. This is what I'm saying right now before you answer Money Mike. Why do you, if you know this is happening, you're bringing Goldberg back. No pun intended towards Goldberg, but this is, maybe what about Goldberg had the COVID-19 and gave it to Drew McIntyre all of a sudden? I'm not, don't mean it like that, no pun intended, but look at that Raw Legends that you had last week. You're putting everybody at risk with all this, especially in the Thunderdome, bringing all these talents. And you're still bringing back Ric Flair. Why are you bringing back Ric Flair to this angle? Okay,
Vince,
he messed up.
Vince is like, hey Rick, want to come by? I got money to give you.
It's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing? That shit, Ric Flair does not belong to be in that show, especially with this situation going on. If I was in his shoes, I wouldn't want to die like that. No pun intended, and excuse my language way I'm saying it, and I apologize to our viewers, but no. Goldberg the same. I mean, I know you're in shape. Great. Happy for you. You do not need to be in the title picture. Ric Flair is not supposed to be there. Hogan, all the legends were not supposed to be there. And look what happened. Your main champion has tested positive. So what's up with that? And what is going on? So
Vince, hey, I got a couple of dollars for you, Rick. You could use it for gambling.
And because of that happening, they had to bring the one man who's running Wednesday nights very well, competing with his competitor, but doing as much as possible, and that is Paul Levesque, Triple H. This guy flew from Orlando to Tampa to do this wannabe match with Randy Orton. You just wasted Hunter's time for nothing, in my opinion. And you're putting him at risk because he has to work with his NXT talent that do not go to the main roster. That's a big risk that you're taking. Vinnie Mac, if you're watching this, or Brucey, or Conrad. So you could tell Conrad, tell Brucey that. Tell Brucey Pritchard on that. Mike's BFF, by the way. They're BFF. But yes, the only thing was, I don't know if it was intriguing, but I'll give it 3.5 beers. The fireball shot that Alexa Bliss did on Randy Orton. Okay, fine. That was something different. But, I mean, you know what? Money Mike, handle it. You give the people what they want. Courtesy of Dirty Hills Podcast. Shout
out. Ric Flair, please stay clear from COVID-19. I at least want to meet Ric Flair at least once in my lifetime. The Nature Boy cannot, hopefully he doesn't get this thing, this is not, knock on wood, this is not the way the Nature Boy goes, right? Okay, I'm gonna jump into this whole COVID thing a little bit. I know people that have unfortunately not made it through because of COVID. I personally know people that have not made it through. So I know how real this thing is, and I wouldn't want, just because McMahon wants to boost his ratings, for people that could be at risk, to go, right? Goldberg says he's in the best shape of his career and all that good stuff. Yeah, but you never know, right? You never know what could happen. McIntyre last week was on screen with Hulk Hogan right next to him. You know, Hogan is another legend, regardless of what anybody says. He's had a tremendous career. There you go. You know, another legend that could go, and it's unfortunate, you know, that possibility exists, right? It's not. It's a matter of safety. It's a matter of looking out for the people that have made you money and that have taken you to the top, Mr. McMahon. You know, you got to look out for them, and you got to make sure that they are, at least in your watch, kept safe, right? Okay. As for the episode of Raw, I'll admit that the whole Lacey Evans and Ric Flair thing is kind of funny to me. And, you know, we know Lacey Evans is married. Her husband and daughter have appeared on WWE television, you know. So for anybody watching and thinking that there's going to be something that goes on there, no, because she's married, she's taken, you know, and Flair is too, I believe. Okay. WWE has a tendency of doing things just for the shock, right? We've had couples like Otis and Mandy Rose, Aaliyah and Murphy, which, what happened there, right? They're nowhere to be seen. And the list goes on and on of couples and storylines that have been brought up just for the shock and just for ratings and have ultimately gone nowhere. The whole Lana and Bobby Lashley thing. This is no different. This is not going to go anywhere. Nothing's going to come from this. It's just going to go away, fizzle out within a few weeks or months.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And this is my I'm getting all fired up because of Raw.
Do it, man. Do it. Get fired up. We want you to get fired up, Devin.
Hulking up.
It's hulking up.
If you start seeing
Crack that soldier boy.
the American Heroes trying to come out right now, the comeback. It sucks that in a 3-hour show, the flagship show for the biggest wrestling company in the world, the biggest talking point is Ric Flair and Lacey Evans. For me, that's you know, the thing that I remember the most. Was there a fireball? Sure, okay, you know, fireball. There you go, Alexa Bliss wanting to be Scorpion. You know, you know, and I don't know where that storyline is going. I have no idea. I hope the Fiend comes back soon enough and takes out Randy Orton. And Triple H? Come on, no. What we've seen Triple H versus Randy Orton many a times already. I do not want it. No, thank you. It's time to move on.
It's like somebody bringing out that old dusty VHS of Men in Black that you've watched 1,000. Here, you want to watch this? This would be fun.
Exactly. It's MGC hit it right there. No, I do not want Men in Black on VHS anymore. No, I'm ready for HBO Max, something new, right? So there you go.
Right? This is why, ladies and gentlemen, we saved this segment for last. The fact is that yes, I mean, we're not trying to, okay, just to get things clarified, even though I did mention that New Year's, I was not going to bring any names anymore, but I'm only going to bring in these two names for a reason. No, we are not Brian Alvarez or Dave Meltzer. Okay, we're not.
Who are those people, Ivan? I've never heard of them.
Like, I'm just going to say that right now because they bash on WWE a lot. They have their point of views. We have our point of views different. I mean, they have theirs. I don't want to get into it because I already got fined. I can't really discuss more things because if I do, then yeah, I'd rather not. But we discussed it very different. Why we saved this topic for last, because it's not intriguing. If it was intriguing, we will discuss about it. We will talk about that first. most definitely. Then we will talk about it. But there's really nothing. The fact is that Money Mike said it. It's just that you're bringing back something old that cannot be repeated again and again and again and again and again.
And then you got something old. You don't have something new or something borrowed or something blue. They don't have the other three things. It's just something old.
This is not 23 years ago or none of that. It's not. It's let it go, Vince. Let it go. You need to start building your stars. Build what you have. Build your Riddles. Build your Keith Lees. Build your Ricochet, who might not even re-sign.
I hope not. I hope he gets his stuff and goes. Please, Ricochet, get out of there.
Yeah.
Now, once again, another former this is the third former Dragon Gate champion we have mentioned today. Shingo Takagi, Pac, and now Ricochet. You know.
I mean, look, even Ali made a good point on Raw Talk when he talked about it like a week ago, like with Legend Nights. He did say it, like, why are you bringing all these people back? I mean, you should be building around us. Like, we don't like Retribution, but I get his valid points. I have to respect him for that. Like, yeah, what about us? What about the future? What about the future of WWE? Why back to go to the old? I agree with him 100%. Like, yes, why do you want to go back to the old? No, go to stick. You need to talk about the future, the next 5 years of what's going to happen. Not what happened 5 years ago or 15 years ago, 5 years ago, the future as of now. Not, Jesus, man. Like I said, you need to retire, Vince. You need to retire. You need to get out of the gorilla position, hang it up, get your ass in a limo, get your ass in your jet plane, and go back home. And enjoy watching it. Enjoy watching in the pool. Smoke a cigar. Do as you please. And let Paul Levesque and Stephanie and Shane and whoever works with them take over this shit. Because they know if NXT is doing better than your 3-hour show on the demographic version, not overall viewership. That's inevitable. Of course, Raw's going to be like a 1 million or 1,000,002 or more 1,000,001. I'm talking about demographics. NXT's doing way better than Raw. SmackDown's doing way better than Raw on demographics. Raw is not. And that's your flagship, how it all began over 25 years ago. It's about time for you to fucking go away, Vinny Pops. Let Money Mike run it, man.
I'm right here.
Yeah, let MGC run it.
Yeah.
I'll do some fun things. Like the first thing that's gonna happen is everybody's gonna come out in fish suits, and then we're gonna play Fergalicious on the first.
My God, you're gonna have actually dancers for fucking Finn Balor. I already know your ass.
Finn Balor's gonna come out like this, feeling so good today.
But yes, I mean, as you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen, we are WWE fans, but whatever, as of now, we're really not. We're really not. We support the product as much as we can. We support the talent.
The talent, yes.
Yeah.
That's why we discuss more. We support the talent.
If they could run it, maybe it would be, if they could book themselves and write their own promos, it'd be a whole different deal.
I wish that could happen. If you need help, shit. Follow our social media platforms. Let us know. Let me know. Give us one word phrase. We'll figure it out. Okay, here you go. Here's your promo. There you go. Especially with Matt. He's the Elias right here. He can rhyme. So there you go.
I mean, that's what Billy Graham's promos were. It's like, what you gonna do with you know who? How you gonna act when the Superman attack? You know.
But yeah, we'll just see how the future goes for Ricochet. How you said he doesn't resign. There's no Aleister Black around either. We don't know what's going to happen with him. KO, we don't even know what's happening with him by far. I mean, he's out of the picture or what the hell's going on. We do not know as of yet the future for WWE at all as we speak. Until Royal Rumble is when we find out. So we will find that out soon, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in for episode number 37, part 2 of it. We are done for this evening. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm hoping you guys are liking these 2-part episodes. I'm hoping you guys do love it. Like I said, this is, we do have a lot to speak about, so we do 2 parts. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let us know. I mean, if you guys like it or not, let us know. Comment right below in the description. Let us know. Give us your feedback. We would love to hear your feedback about it. Most definitely. And, we take constructive criticism very seriously. So, there's no shame. If you think we could do something better, let us know.
If you want me to lose the glasses, boom, they're gone. There
you go. If you want Matt to stop doing rhymes, there you go.
Boom.
If you want Matt to start doing his own cookie channel, he will do it on a certain channel.
I want to see that.
I want to see that.
If you want to see the glasses back,
rhymes.
Or you want to see Matt sing one day, you have that performing live for your fans.
Sing with bling in chings, ching-a-ching.
For the win.
For the win.
It's Fergalicious.
Sing. It's Fergalicious.
If you want us to review Choco Pro, which is like the only wrestling promotion that happens in a classroom type building, let us know. I'm actually serious. That's Emi Sakura's promotion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have to, definitely. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, to follow us on our social media platforms. There will be description below. Follow us on Instagram @CircleDebate, Twitter @CircleDebate, Facebook @CircleDebate, and also make the announcement, Mr. Steamboat. We do have now, besides the page, now we have what?
We got a Facebook group. Come on in, Circle of Debate podcast. Post some memes. You actually get to talk to us about stuff. Just don't stalk us. Or unless you want to, then send us money and stuff to our P.O. box. If you do want to stalk me, you could tar the roof of my house, or you could mow my lawn, or
oh my God, yeah. If you want to do it, go right ahead. I'm not stopping you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not. And also want to go ahead and thank our audio platforms also who are listening to this, which is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Cast. Thank you very much for tuning in. Keep supporting us on Spotify as well. All that social platform is down below as well. Description where you can follow us on all the audio platforms. And just want to give a shout out to the League of Extraordinary Podcasters, to our brothers from another mothers. That is the Dirty Hills podcast. They give the people what they want. Make sure you follow them as well. And also, here we go! And that is Jofo in the Ring for Kyle, Frank, and Jeremy. Make sure you follow them, Jofo in the Ring podcast. Also, as well, our brother, the James Bond, the suits of all suits. The man, he's not the man of 1,000 suits like Dustin Star is, but he's a man of 1,000. He's man of a suits that likes to persuade the ladies. And that is Mr. Jonah. Recap, rewind, relive. Make sure you watch, tune into this channel as well. And also James from the United Kingdom, that 90s Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you follow our brothers. Also, shout out to Backstage Brawl, Randy and Eric. They, the Diamond Cutter and the People's Champ. Countered out Mike and Tyler as well. The Ring Fanatics, Joel and Nick Arias. And the Titantron. Make sure you turn your head to the Titantron for Anthony, our brother from mother. And also another new alumni that have been loving us very much as well, and that is Clark Street. That's right, the Clark Street podcast. Make sure you follow them as well, ladies and gentlemen. We will put that all in the description below. So tune in. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow as well. We have the exclusive interview with Super Nitro. Let's go. That's right. As Mr. Steamboat and I have an exclusive interview with Super Nitro. We had an incredible time, so make sure you watch that tomorrow. You will love that interview. And don't forget to tune in Sunday as well, as we have our top 5 picks of the week for week 37, as we have top 5 TV champions of all time, the best TV champions. So make sure you tune in on Sunday afternoon, going to evening time, and watch the spin that wheel, because you know, we love spinning that wheel. Spin that wheel. So, but yes, most definitely. And also do not forget that as well on Tuesday, we will be having a special UFC episode coming up this Tuesday. Make sure you tune for that. We're going to have Championship on the Line podcast joining us. We're going to, as Matt and I will be the ones that moderating this debate between our good brothers right here. That is Money Mike and Chris Kennedy, as they'll go on debating with two doubleheaders of Championship on the Line podcast, and another person as well will be joining them. So this is a 5-way debate that we're looking forward to. So they're going to go ahead and review McGregor and Dustin Poirier 2 pay-per-view card from the preliminary fights to the main card. So we're looking forward of Matt and I asking the questions and seeing these this debate, who disagrees or not disagree. And also don't forget on Monday as well, which I apologize, we will be having actually not Monday, my apologies. It will be on Saturday, the next following Saturday, we'll have Jeremy Prophet as well on the show from Joe for the Ring podcast. So from here to you guys, from the East Coast to the West Coast, to the North, to the Southeast, to the world, for watching this, we thank you so much for tuning in. The host of Devious One, Ivan C. And of course, we have the Matt Hatter, the Carbonation Cabron. He's the Carbonation demo god, and now he's the dancing
Feeling so good today.
That's right. There you go. And hold on, let me go get my the outro. Go. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Give me 1 minute.
I gotta grab something too. Hold on.
Oh, please do.
All right. So let me get my.
Uh-oh.
I have to go ahead and get this done very quickly. If not, I'm gonna get killed if I don't say this. All right. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
I can't hear you guys now. Hold on.
Do.
There you go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. You guys
Mike, we don't hear you for some reason. No, say something, Mike.
Oh.
There we go. Oh.
All right, here we go. Now, mic check. Now the outro, ladies and gentlemen. He is a multi-time recording artist, a graduate from Cal State Dominguez Hills, the 2018 LA Karaoke Champion. He lives at 1,977,000 miles from Winnipeg, Manitoba,
Canada.
He is the master of disaster, the king of sting, the man with the plan, and that is Money Mike Lopez. He got money. Yeah. He got money. Yeah. He got money.
For days, baby. For days.
Hayes. That's of course to Chad Gaspar right up there. Rest in peace. And JTG, of course, prime time. Saying to you guys, good night, au revoir. Well, good day, because it's going to be morning, because we're watching this in a morning shift.
Happy breakfast.
Happy breakfast. Enjoy your afternoon brunch.
Bonjour burrito.
Bonjour. And we say good day and a good night later on. Bang. Feeling. We will see you guys tomorrow on Saturday, and we will see you on Sunday as well. Top 5. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.